So on May 27th, I do road construction, and I was out on a road in North Ridgeville, and I was putting a piece of equipment on a truck. I was standing next to the truck on the eastbound side of the road by the white edge line. And as I was loading the thing on the truck, a vehicle traveling westbound, so the opposite side of the road, drifted like 15 feet and hit me. And when he hit me, it launched me and threw me 32 feet into a pole.
The first miracle we got was that he was alive at the hospital. They had done some scans by the time I got there, and they said there's some signs of internal bleeding. In the morning, I was looking at him, and he was suddenly in more pain, and his vitals started looking really strange on the monitors. And so I hit a button and they came in, and the next thing I knew, there were probably 30 people in the room with us. And another miracle is when our nurse went to find someone, the head of trauma surgery just overheard him telling someone else, and she came in the room, and she quickly said, Danielle and Tony, she told Tony too, he doesn't remember, but I believe that there is an internal bleed, and I don't know where it is, but I need to go in. I don't believe we have time for scans. We need to go to emergency surgery. And so they took me back and let me pray over him, which I thought was going to be a private moment. So I think God made me an advocate in that moment. I don't want to act like it was like a choice. It was like survival mode to me. But the only thing I knew to cling to was Jesus in the moment. So I prayed over him, and I was praying out loud. And I said amen, and I felt an amen around me, and I turned around, and all the doctors had their heads down. The doctors, nurses, anesthesiologists, they all had their heads down. And they came out and said, hey, we need to huddle. He made it through surgery. There was a bleed. It was really extensive. We had to cut out 10 inches of his bowel. But we stopped the bleed, and we were like, okay, good. And she said, but at the beginning of the surgery, he aspirated on the table. And so they said we suctioned his lungs. We put him on a ventilator. It's going to be a rough 24 to 48 hours. I said, okay, I understand. She said, we're going to have him recover in ICU. We'll come get you in about 20 minutes. And I said, okay. Well, about an hour passed, and she came back out and said the ventilator wasn't enough. We need to put him on ECMO, which is the highest level of life support you can have. We were just surrounded by just amazing people. So he made it through that surgery, obviously, because he's here. And then, and from there, we started to move, I think, in the right direction. So we ended up spending 3 weeks in the hospital, I think.
One of the first things I remember after being hit, actually the first thing I remember is I remember seeing people, but the first thing I remember that I spoke is Danielle, and she came over, and I said, what happened? And she said, you were hit by a car at work. And I said, how's my coworkers? Are they okay? And she said, all your coworkers are fine. You were the only one that got hit. And I said, if there's a way to let the guy know who hit me, let him know I forgive him. And right off the bat, I felt like God gave me a second chance. And what I need to do is I need to do my best to be an advocate for God and talk about him to people. And when I woke up, I had like 67 text messages. Most of them were people from work who weren't believers or aren't believers. So the first thing I would text them back, let them know I was awake, I was doing okay. And I'd always say, God carried me through this and still is carrying me. God has a plan for us, and God he doesn't make mistakes. He knows what he's doing.
We said multiple times in there, like, if one person in this hospital comes to know Jesus because Tony got hit, then it's all worth it. And there were so many people. Like, people came to see Tony from the other floors, which was just amazing. I think they had seen this, strong man who had gone through this horrible thing, and they were amazed that he was recovering the way that he was.
He's using me in a way to tell my story, to give all the glory to him, and let people know that he gave me a second chance.
I don't know that we'll ever know the extent of the people that were impacted by Tony. And Tony is quick to, anytime somebody says, you're so lucky, he'll always say, I'm not lucky. That was Jesus.